Good day, everybody. Brian here, quantlabsnet.com. This video, we're going to talk about what I've also just put up regarding AI and banking. Here's another one. Goldman Sachs is piloting its first autonomous coder, a major milestone for Wall Street. What I've done is I've taken the transcript, fed it into AI, and came up with an article. So let's respond to that. So, as I've been saying with a lot of the AI out there, one of the other big banks, US Bank, now remember back in the day, they set the standards where they went from saying they're a bank to a technology company where 30% of their staff are all developers. So now they've now set this new standard kind of in the banking field where they're using this autonomous coder, AI software engineer equivalent that most likely will bring reduce the amount of coders out there that Goldman Sachs has. So it's a digital entity capable of independently planning, executing, debugging complex software problems or projects. It is helpful assistant to AI. So it'll first start out as an assistant for coders, and eventually it'll take out a lot of the coders, and only the most senior, the best of the coders out there in Goldman Sachs will survive. Um, so the pilot program nestled within one of the most powerful banks in the world. It's a microcosm monumental shift. I've been talking about it for the last two videos. Hopefully people get it now when you got Goldman Sachs involved. Global reckoning with the very nature to scale the future of employment and distribution of wealth in 21st century. Understand the significance is to look beyond the immediate headlines and peer into the engine room of the new economic order. So obviously AI right here, as it says, is not in the bubble pure speculation. Insatiable global demand for the computational power that drive all these LLMs, large language models. They have the graphics processing units evolving from the different niches out there from video gamers, where it started, to more scientific trading now. Obviously, that's where it starts. I'm not going to go all that much into this article here, generated again by AI, as I always say. So here we call it the ghost in the machine. So as I keep saying, the reason I do these type of articles and feed it into an AI is it comes back with other information I don't ask for and I learn from. So here with Goldman Sachs Investment Bank, uh, position themselves as a technology company, as a financial institution. They've employed thousands of developers to build and maintain complex software underpins global markets. They've been equipped with AI power systems, sophisticated tools that can suggest snippets of code or help identify bugs. But the AIs now, as I said in a very recent video, that it's replacing them. Superkind intelligence autocomplete. These tools augment human capability, making a good developer faster and more efficient. So there's this thing called now, it's a startup, Devon. That's what Goldman Sachs is using. Fast rising startup from Cognition AI, categorical leap for mere augmentation, giving developers a better tool about introducing a new kind of coworker. Devon being onboarded not as a software but as a digital employee, tasking with taking on projects on behalf of its human counterparts. So what's the point of having humans now? Vision is to uh, start with a few hundred of these AI engineers and potentially scale to thousands, creating a hybrid workforce for human and artificial minds. That'll be a lot fewer human minds, that's for sure. Market not as a coding assistant, but as a AI software engineer. So specifically for software engineering, AI based. Given a plain text in plain English, from human manager, provides a complex step-by-step AI plan to achieve the goal. Write the necessary code, access its own digital test workspace to that code, diagnose, fix, and any new errors and encounters. Ultimately delivers a fully functional, completed project. I'm doing that right now. I've shown it many times on YouTube. It can show It can learn new technology by reading the documentation, or better yet, it doesn't even need that. It goes online and looks for different data sources online. Build, deploy entire applications from scratch, even contributing existing complex code bases. You just take the source code and feed it back into this thing, and it'll improve it, rewrite it, make it better and less buggable, or less bugs. Crucial distinction is not merely generating content, perceiving in a goal, formulating a strategy, executing a series of actions in the world to achieve it. Okay. So it's now obviously using agents. So this is now evolution from generative agents to agentic AI, generative AI, which is coming. From what I know with OpenAI, ChatGPT 5 is coming, and that will be the point where we have the great singularity where the machines start to exceed humans. And over time, as it accelerates, it takes out humans because it's more autonomous and self adapts. And that's the key point when it comes to trading platforms and trading strategies. Capture the public imagination through chatbots and image creators. Masters of pattern recognition and replication. Trained on vast data sets, human created text images can produce remarkably coherent and creative output. Brilliant mimic, sophisticated parrot that can converse, write poetry, or draft an email. So there you go. Agentic AI, to which Devon belongs, is different from species altogether. I've never heard of AI Devon before, just so you know. AI agent is a system designed to operate autonomously to achieve goals within the environment. Possesses a model that of the world that can take actions, take the state of the world, process it not a simple generation, but a continuous loop, perception, planning, action, and learning. And that's from the reasoning. And as I said, the Claude 3.7 reasoning is mind blowing. And they throw in now they have Claude 4 reasoning, much more expensive, obviously, but it's gonna radically improve. So with the workflow, plan, tool use, execution, iteration, and it'll self-correct to a point. When you run it, you will run it, and let's say you're doing Python, the easier way to do it, not C++. But if you do it in uh, Python and you run it, you'll get bugs, runtime exceptions, errors, and you feed that message of the exception back into the so-called chat, improve it, bring back the new code to update the corrections, and that's how you iterate it. This self-correct and navigate unforeseen obstacle is the core of its power. Transforms the AI from a passive tool that requires constant human guidance into an independent problem solver. We're not quite there yet, but it's getting very close. This leap from generating code to autonomous engineering, a solution that has captured a profound interest. So we got the productivity paradox, blah blah blah. I've gone about this. Anything specific in Goldman Sachs or trading, just general, and I'm sure you know all about this. I've talked about this with the man uh, from Man Hedge Fund, the GPT agent they call it, or GPT Alpha for Alpha trading generation. It's beyond powerful. So again, we get in uncharted territories and the risk of it. I've already covered a lot of that in previous videos. I'll put this in my blog, but just want to show that Goldman Sachs is now doing it with this Devon AI. There's a video, nothing new out of that with this. I'll put it on my blog. Just look in the video description, and we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching.